Hello, I'm Elena Hansen, the producer for Theatreworks Colorado Springs, and we are here with the wonderful Marisa Hebert. Where would our audiences have seen you recently, Risa?
Most recently, I was on stage at the Fine Arts Center in, by the way, Meet Vera Stark. But at Theatreworks specifically, the last time I could have been seen was in the Mountaintop, which was in 2019, gracefully before the pandemic shut everything down.
And modestly, where would we have seen your work if not you on stage?
Sure. Every Brilliant Thing with the wonderful Rebecca. Yes. Which was in November of 2021.
Yep.
Yes.
Feels like both yesterday and a year ago.
Agreed.
Fine.
A whole decade has passed.
It's so true. Well, looking at the future, so we are going to be doing August Wilson's King Headley II next season with you at the helm. What would you say that King Headley II is about?
You know, I read a lot of descriptions about what other people thought it was about, and I just finally decided that none of them were right. They were all slightly right. In my opinion, I think it's a generational play about how African-American families in the United States throughout time, but specifically in the 1980s, really had to struggle with this arc of us coming into kind of our own power, but also the pushback of what that looks like societally. I find it fascinating that this play brings in characters from Seven Guitars, which is also an August Wilson play, which has also been done at Theatreworks. I think August Wilson's ability to pull from Seven Guitars and to show us where some of those characters are in King Headley II is just beautiful. And I think it's about how our generations and how those threads just weave into a different time period every time we check in.
Yeah. Is that what excites you about this? Or are there other things?
Oh, there's so many exciting things about this. First, August Wilson is a fantastic playwright. I love his work overall, but I struggle to find really strong female characters that he writes. And this has two fantastic, very strong, well-written female characters. I'm incredibly excited that we'll get to showcase two wonderful women in those. I'm also very excited about the conversation around the invisibility of Black women in our society, as well as the struggle that a lot of Black men face in trying to find something or have something that's their own. That's what really excites me about this piece.
That's great. And who do you think should see King Headley?
Oh, I think everyone should see King Headley. I think even though it can be, well, I shouldn't say can be, it is a little dark. I think it's a good show for families to come to see together because there's a lot of themes of family in this show. I think it would be fantastic for people who love history and just want to see how history throughout these time periods affect not just African-American families, but society and the justice system. There's so much in there for people who enjoy history. And for anyone who just wants to really disappear into a brilliantly written story that navigates such deep concepts of humanity. So yeah, everyone.
Everyone. I agree. I think it's a great conversation starter on so many levels for so many groups of people. And August Wilson really creates a world that's both 1985 and also still very much today.
Yes. Yes.
Great. Well, is there anything else that you would like folks to know?
I just want folks to know that it's a story that has something in it for everyone. Even if you aren't a member of a big family or your family is huge, if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're non-binary, if you're Black, if you're white, if whatever, there's something in this story for absolutely everyone.
Well, thank you so much for taking a little bit of your time. We know that you are an incredibly busy bee, and we're so happy to have you back with us again.
I'm so happy to be back again. Can't wait.